Due to the ignorance of our host, parental discretion is advised.
Let's just do a game companion and just watch the game while we're sitting here.
I gotta go home.
Welcome back. The other side of the Beehive. Episode 141, a.k.a. my first communion.
I was gonna say, you getting baptized?
Yeah. I thought about this outfit.
There's fur on your shoes.
There's fur. There's white everywhere. But hey, you know.
What is that? You've got the fucking
So I actually,
apple bottom jeans with the fur.
I actually thought about this outfit like a while ago, and I'm like, where would I wear that? And then I went, let's just wear it on the pod. You know, because we don't do nothing special. We just get here.
And now,
But you know what though? But then we go out, like your mom's house, like the fights and stuff, and it's like, I have a blast every time we go out.
yeah, of course.
Last weekend we went to the fights.
Yes, we did.
We saw Mr. Eric Iman.
Saw of Eric.
Oh. And he almost got us kicked out.
In his defense, he was sticking up for local MMA and the fighters in the ring, and the ignorant ass Utah or American fan of MMA decided it would be a good idea to boo both fighters and all Eric had to do was say, "Have you ever been in there?" And the kid said, "Shut the fuck up." And
to a 9 feet tall man.
Yeah, and he was double this kid's size.
Yeah.
His skinny buddy kept standing up and emptying, he was emptying his pockets and all. Well, you've reached in there 7 or 8 times. You either have a gun that's not there that you can't find, or you're stalling right now for security to come down the fucking stairs. And then his little buddy was much smaller than he was.
Yeah.
That's when he was all shut the fuck up, and Eric had enough. And what was surprising to me is that the entire group that we were around, everybody was like, "Oh no, it was them."
Yeah.
Over to the assholes. They're like, "He did nothing wrong, Amal."
It just went.
Amal. I look over at you and you got the Michael Jackson of the popcorn. Just watching to the end.
I got
eyes this big.
We were sitting so far away from each other because we were a group of
12.
Yeah. So, but I must say, I think I had it worse than you, and I want to tell you why. And I'm gonna call you out, Hellbach. Hellbach was a little tipsy.
Oh, he was?
So he was the drunk coach.
Mm-hmm.
You know? And so
You know what I got?
I love you, Hellbach.
You know what I couldn't hear. We were so far away,
Yeah.
right? Right, but I knew because we were hitting it pretty hard at the bar before we went to the fights. Which, by the way, I have to apologize. The whole plan to meet was for me to take Hellbach out to dinner.
Oh yeah.
Because I lost a bet, right? We had talked about this last episode. I fucking lost a fight. So I was like, I'll buy your dinner, right? And we sat down and then we started talking and we got our checks and I just didn't think about it. And I got my check and it was like $32. Hellbach made it a point.
Yeah.
To remind me, he's like, boy, they were proud of their prices in there. I'm like, well, what do you mean? He's like, oh, ours was $96. I was all, oh, you were going hog wild because you thought I was going to pay for it, right? Now, I said dinner. I didn't say I was going to buy you fucking season pass to Cheers with all the cocktails you guys drank, right? Yeah, he's like $96. I was like, And I got to the fight and I went, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I owe him dinner.
You fucked up.
I fucked up. So I still owe him dinner.
Yeah.
I do owe him dinner. But yeah, I got, and we'll get into your coaching.
Yeah.
I got the professional. He was right now, and he's here's what needs to happen. And I was like, oh, this is why you're so good at commentating. And, we went back and forth, and we had a really good talk about the early age of fucking MMA and the bad boy shorts and the old fighters that used to go, and it was fun to sit there and shoot shit with a guy that was as passionate about MMA as I am, that has the roots like I am, and I had a good time.
Yeah.
The wife had a good time. But we weren't as drunk, obviously, as...
Well, no, he wasn't like wasted, but he was like, you know how...
Twist his dick off! One of those guys? That guy?
You know,
Fuck him out!
Do you remember when... Didn't we have somebody like that when you, B, and I went to the Jazz game? There was somebody screaming something. We were like, what the fuck, dude? Just shut the fuck up. So... Hellbach already has a thick voice, a sexy ass voice, right? So this entire time he was like, get out of the clinch and handle it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't want none of it. And I'm like, all right, Joe Rogan, just calm down a little bit. And then they clinch again. He goes, no, but his voice is so thick. You can hear it everywhere. And all I can think of is like, if I was sober and I'm in front of this guy, I would be the one thinking, just shut the fuck up, dude. Go in there and show us how it's done.
Oh, John Kavanaugh is a coach, by the way.
Look, he was like, wasn't he he was for the Niners, right?
What?
A coach, football coach?
No, John Kavanaugh was like Conor McGregor's coach.
Oh. It wasn't him. The one that used to be with the Harbaugh?
Jim Harbaugh.
Ah, see, my bad.
He was his brother.
Yeah.
Who was his brother?
Is it John Harbaugh? Yeah. Which one was for the Niners?
Jim.
He's a college
I think
coach,
so.
right?
I think so. Like Michigan, maybe.
Yeah, that's right.
I think so.
And the other one,
if I'm wrong, I'm backwards.
Yeah.
Will's like, this worst fucking podcast and fucking sports.
And the other one is for the Vikings, right?
Yeah. Whatever.
It doesn't matter. But no, I'm just busting your balls, Hellback. But he was like, because he had such a deep voice that you can hear him everywhere.
That podcast voice that guy's
he's
got.
just like, nope, get out of the clinch. Get out of the clinch. I'm just like,
it's a good fight. It was early,
fight.
Way fast.
Yeah.
Like every one of them was a finish.
Yeah,
I think there was one decision.
Yeah, we got done and we're like, well, let's just go back to the bar.
We fucked up. So yeah, we went back to the bar. By the way, you got fucked out of a ticket.
I did.
I'm gonna call him out.
Yeah, call him out. Call him out.
What happened was, obviously, you bought 2 tickets because you thought you had somebody that was going to come. The individual just couldn't come, work or some shit or whatever. Our boy Eric shows up with 3 individuals, him and 2 girls. I'm like,
and he only had 2 tickets.
but because he asked me, I'm like, well, how many tickets do you want? Because I bought the entire row, basically. Yeah. He's like, give me 2, I'll find somebody. I'm like, okay. So we get to the bar. I'm like, who's this? He's like, this is so-and-so and so-and-so. And I'm like, are they all going? He's like, yeah, we'll buy a ticket there and we'll just sit wherever we want.
Oh, fuck.
I was like,
God damn
that guy.
Yeah, because no one will tell you anything, guy, right?
Okay, so I was like, oh, I know, Angel might have an extra ticket. Yeah. I thought he said so-and-so wasn't coming. I'm like, hey, I think I have a ticket. I might be able to sell your ticket. Yeah. And we said, oh, okay, yada, yada. Well, you walked in, you gave him the thing, and it was like, well, see you later. Yeah. And he just walked her off.
Well, when I walked in, he was like, hey, you know how he talks? Hey, Angel! Or something like that. He's like, I need your ticket or something. And I wasn't, at that point, I wasn't sure if this person was coming or not. So I was like I play stupid. I'm like, whatever. But then what happened was I got to the spot, I got to the door of the arena first, and I was like, I should just walk in and not worry about that, right? I was like, I was in between, like, should I be that dickhead or not? And then I turned around, and you guys were coming. But right as I was thinking of going in, I turned around, and your wife saw me, and then she's like, oh, Angel's right there. So I was like, fuck. And then now I can't just take off because there's no I'm here. Yeah. So then I waited. And even though we all got together, you and the wife, Hellbuck and his wife, and Eric and his heathen, right? I was playing dumb, and I was just about to walk in by myself, and then I hear from the back, it says, "Hey, so and so, you're with him." And I was like, "Ah, shit!"
And that was Eric.
And that was Eric.
Yeah.
and then I turn around and this lady's like, "I'm with you, I guess." I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "But I expect you to be with me all night." And then she sat clear the fuck on the other side. Right next to me, there was nobody, even though I had that ticket.
Well, did you see what happened when I got there? We go in, I'm all,
Oh, that's right.
that's our seats.
Yeah,
but the
yeah.
entire row was taken.
Yeah.
I was like, I walked down. Obviously, I had backup behind me, right?
Like
so I
3
was
feet above you.
fearless at that point, right? I was little John Bon Jovi, and I had fucking Andre the Giant fucking backing me up. And I walk over, I'm like, oh, "Hey, I think these are our seats." And the first three people are like, oh, so they stood up and they walked up. And I go walk in, I'm like, "Hey, these are our seats." And he was like, "Hey, somebody's in our seats. Just sit whatever." I'm like, "Well, I paid for these 12 seats.
Yeah.
We're not separating ourselves. So you need to get the fuck out of here." And he stood up
Right,
and looked
Eric?
at me. Stood up and looked at me, and then I saw him go. And then he just grabbed his shit and walked off because I could see Eric just standing there, just waiting. Because I really said, I'm like, "We're not separating.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I paid for these seats. You need to get the fuck out of here."
If we can sit everywhere, go sit somewhere else.
Yeah, right. Like, he's like, "Oh, okay." So they get up and they walk. And
Dude, you know what's funny is that luckily I was seat number 1. So I was like right next to me there was an aisle, right? Like the stairs. And so I'm like, "Oh, good, I'm taking this. I'm not going in there and stay in the middle." I hate that.
everybody had to walk past you.
Yeah.
I hate that scene.
Yeah, that's but it's a group. So it was cool. So then especially with that girl that took my ticket, you know what I'm saying?
You're trying to stop her. You go, "Hey,
Hey, no, you're supposed to
your
sit
seat's
here.
right here, not down there." God damn it.
Wait, hold on. So then when he came up to me, because I was letting all you guys go, and then he came out, that same guy, I heard him say like "crime, baby" or something like that. And I was looking at him, I'm like, "Well, Eric will whoop your ass and your 2 children too." Like he showed he could.
I don't give a fuck. Just because you paid for seats way the fuck up there and I had prime seats, you go sit wherever that motherfucker.
Fuck him. And then I don't know what happened. Because at one point I went, because there was nobody behind you. So I went and I sat right behind you because we were so far away. And I told Hellbuck, I'm like, "Let's just go over there." And something happened between you guys that we were all laughing. And then I turned around and the guy was laughing too. I'm like, "Oh, so you like us, you fucking dick."
That was the guy?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So he was like, he was laughing with us. I'm like, "Oh, yeah."
Fucking prick. Motherfucker. But it was funny because he said that. He's like, "We'll just sit anywhere." I'm like, "Oh, so everybody has that Eric mentality. I'll buy the cheap ticket and I'll sit down at the bottom. You cheap motherfucker, right? Paid good fucking price for these."
I guess we could have sat right next to the fucking right behind the number 1 chief because there was nobody there. Even though we could have seen everything like a little cockeye, but
No, we had good seats.
we had good seats.
November,
Yeah,
Eric's fighting.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a verbal contract right now. Both parties have agreed.
Oh wow.
So yeah,
So we're
November.
going table, baby.
We already said that
We're going table.
He said, "Well, when I let you know, we'll get a table seat. We'll get a whole table, no matter what it costs. So it'll be fun."
Ooh.
I says, "You gonna let me walk out with you?" He's all, "We'll see. We'll see."
Why is that so a big thing?
What's his team that walks out with him?
Oh, true.
They just fucking tag along.
He's like, "No, you didn't
who's
do
that,
anything
is
the
that his-
entire training."
Is that his kid?
You didn't do anything the entire training. You're just like,
I wore his hat.
and then you walk like fucking McGregor.
I wear a robe. Yo, I should dress up like Don King.
Yeah,
The
dude.
fucking hair?
Yeah, don't do the face though. But yeah, you know what I mean.
Well, he was light, right?
Oh, what a night! It was fun. He gave us, I guess I got for my ticket beer and a hat. Thanks, Eric. I'll wear it the day you fight.
Did you? Oh, never mind.
What? Yeah, dude.
The girl he brought, like even my wife was like, "Is all of it gonna fall out before the end of the night?" Like, all of it? I was like, well,
Well, it's Eric.
yeah, I mean, what do you expect, right? The other one was just falling out everywhere, and the other one was like one drink away from a total fucking meltdown.
Yeah. Yeah, she's like, I'm done. And she just walked away. We're like,
I'm going outside to smoke. I'm like,
and we never saw her again.
When she never disappeared. I'm like, isn't that your ride? He's like, yeah, it doesn't matter. He's out gallivanting with all these fucking tables. He's all, hey, everybody move. Let's put these tables together. I'm like, excuse me? Like, this is the Knights of fucking King Arthur? This thing's as long as
this
fucking...
motherfucker wants to do the, what is it called?
The First Supper?
The
Last Supper, whatever.
He wants to sit in the middle, but we're all fucking, what a fucking guy.
Yeah.
What a fun night. Dude, did you happen to see the, shout out to this gal, did you happen to see that waitress with the prosthetic?
Yes.
She was rocking it up and down.
She kept pulling it off and like holding it in the air like it was a trophy.
She did a leggy over there. I'm just kidding. Instead of a shoey.
But now she's killing it.
Yeah.
Killing it.
I was like, way to go, girl. I like that shit. But yeah, what a fun night. And then nothing's happened after that night.
That was it.
Thank you so much for coming.
It's unfortunately, isn't it? Yo, Bob Barker died.
Yeah, dude. Oh, our boy Dre gave him a shout out at the fights, remember?
Yeah.
Played a song. It's Saturday. Last Saturday.
Yeah, last Saturday. 99.
99, dude.
And everybody threw the joke around. Even Quinn sent it to me. I'm like, well, you didn't make that up. You read that somewhere, right?
Is this something about, he didn't make...
He got as close to 99 without going over, and that's part of, like, spin the wheel. If you hit 99, it was the fucking instant winner, right?
Yeah.
But pretty ironic, right?
Yeah.
Pretty ironic.
I also got corrected by two kids that like wrestling, one of them being Brian, the other one being Will Wonder.
About what?
About the wrestler that we said that we died. Remember how we were like...
It doesn't matter, does it?
It doesn't, right?
Doesn't matter,
it
does it?
But, we need content to
anyway.
Keep talking. So, so they both like... Actually, like...
I'm joking, by the way.
No, I know, but we said...
joking.
But we said, like... when you don't hear what happened, it's usually something... Either he did it or something else did it or whatever. And these fucking kids did, actually, and I guess he had. I was like, Jesus Christ, kids! I'm like, relax. Fucking Will Wonder's like, well, as a matter of fact, it's like, holy fuck, Harry Twatter, holy fuck, Harry Twatter.
That was the best. That was the best. You even like pushed the glasses on. You're like, yeah.
I guess he had problems with his lungs, and then he got COVID on top of it. So he
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah,
COVID.
so
Really?
he
We're talking about that
them
again?
up. So he fucked them up.
Well,
even
this
more.
episode just went fucking flagged. So you had to
did
say
it?
it.
You're
Yeah,
not
you can't
supposed
say
to?
that word.
But it's out there, right? It's just, we attack it in a different way. But what am I supposed? I guess my son got it last weekend too.
Oh, so it's actually out there still.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh, okay.
He'd only come out at night.
I told you what that fucking big theory is. Oh, here we go, back fucking conspiracy theories, right? They're fucking old fucking left's bringing that shit back to lock everybody down to do mail-in ballots again, so they get that fucking Skeletor to fucking win another election.
You think it's going to?
I don't know, dude. Even the people that voted for him, I think, are like, well sometimes we fucked up.
Isn't that...
But what's the worst? What's the better of the evils, right? That's what everybody's going to look at. Like, you got a fucking madman, and then you got a crazy man.
Yeah.
And when I say crazy, like, shouldn't be out when the fucking the street lights turn on, and, definitely doesn't have a driver's license at this point, right?
Yeah, he should be drinking oatmeal by around 5 o'clock.
Yeah, getting ready for his fucking going to bed at 6, having his fucking warm Ovaltine and fucking Metamucil mixture.
He should have one of those chairs in the fucking White House that just takes you out. You just sit there. Really?
Time. Yeah, because she was basically paralyzed.
Yeah.
She could walk on crutches, but it was to get her in and out into the fucking wheelchair to push her around. But I used to always sit on her.
just leave it up. And
I
once you
would
need
get all the way up, and I would hang on to it as long as I can before you fell out of it. And I'd sit all the way back down, then it would recline. I'd push it way back
no
up.
shit, it reclines?
Oh yeah, it was a high
I
dollar
didn't
one back
know.
in the day. Yeah,
God
and it would
damn.
all the way up and just fucking sit there. And yeah, I would leave it like that because to get in it, she had to sit down. But my poor grandpa. I felt we were talking about that. Like I was like, all my grandparents had 2 separate beds for as long as I could remember.
Isn't that weird?
They never slept together.
And now that you say that, my dad's parents, my grandma slept in the front room, and then my grandpa, rest in peace, he slept in not the last one, but the one before. So there was it was my grandma's room, and then
there was an entire house in between them.
Exactly. There was like my grandma's house, and then it would be like the living room, the kitchen, like the patio, because his room was in the back, and then his room. Isn't that weird? And also the bathroom wasn't like I was so weird until this day, because she still lives there. The bathroom is obviously enclosed, but it's a room outside of the house. So you go into what it could be the backyard, into another room that's the bathroom.
Oh, so you had to go outside to go to the bathroom?
Yeah.
Oh, how about that sucked in the wintertime?
And fuck, dude, you know what? Her toilet, I bet it's never been changed till this day. I remember going in there, taking a shit, and you turn around, and this is how you flush it.
Oh, wow.
And you let the water go, and then
Really?
once it flushes, then you close it.
If you left it open, did it continuously
Yeah.
run? Really?
Yeah.
So it didn't have a storage bin.
No, I'm the one with the nose
in the
nose
back,
thing.
right?
Remember
Yeah,
I said
fuck.
last
I'll
time?
tell you what. It was a continuous run, so you could really flush a good turd down there, right?
Yeah.
But she probably yelled at you, like, don't waste that water,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you guys seriously had to go outside?
Especially to her fucking husband, who was like not all the way there. He was like, I gotta go and shut that thing
Taking a
up
bath in
again.
there sometimes.
But yeah,
Drinking
dude,
from it.
I remember it was old school shit.
Yeah. You ever remember the ones with the chains?
I never had a chain. I had we had one in our house that we let go. There was a button,
That you let go?
kind of like the bathroom here.
Yo, like you took it to a fucking rural area where a road is, where there's nobody around, and left it out there and
No,
let it go?
you know, like how
it's a
this one has
fucking pet you didn't want anymore?
This one has the button and the toilet and the
Oh,
tank.
okay. Well, that's new age. But I'm talking about the old school one, like the screw one or the fucking pull.
But that's
thing.
what I'm saying. I never had the.
Oh, okay.
Did you?
No, we didn't, but I've been in one before.
Really?
Yeah.
Is your new house gonna have a bidet?
It's funny you say that. I was bidet shopping the other day
Nuh-uh.
on Amazon. Like, I want a bidet really bad. My problem is
In
I
this
don't.
house?
Well, you just add the. I'm not gonna buy like. A
Oh, yeah, you
whole
did the
bidet.
little hose
Yeah,
in
you
the
do the
middle.
fucking
Yeah.
the add-on one. That's good enough. My problem is I don't want the cold water. It's got to be warm.
Oh.
It has to be warm, and so there's not a lot of electrical outlets.
Next thing I know, the wife is there
around.
for hours, dude.
No, but there's not a lot of electrical outlets around a toilet.
true.
And are they battery powered? Because I fuck up changing batteries all the time.
You know what's so funny you say this? Last episode you were talking about you had to change the fire thing because it was too bright. That night I went home and I was waking up at 4:30 in the morning with the fucking
Oh, the battery's going
every
dead.
30 seconds. And I was like, what the fuck is that? And then I look and the light is red and I was like,
Batteries
fuck
dead.
you, Justin.
And you know what
And at
sucks?
5
You don't just change the batteries. You have to change the whole fucking thing.
and now the
Did you call the landlord?
no.
Hey,
Hey,
get
put,
your,
put the telephone
get your
to
ass down here, bud. It's your fucking house. You're the maintenance man.
I'm like, hey, if you want this to burn down, I'm gonna leave my computer on, motherfucker. I'm gonna leave it plugged in. That's a callback. You know, at 5 o'clock in the morning, all I did was this. I took it off, put it in the table, and I'm like, I'll do it when I come back.
Can you change the battery in it?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, it does have a fucking 9-volt battery in it or whatever.
Triple A's, got 3.
Yeah, the ones I buy, they're like you just throw it away and you buy another one.
Oh, really?
You don't replace the batteries; they're sealed in there. So, high dollar shit, right?
Nice.
Gregor shit.
No, I was like, God, we just talked about this. Now this fucking thing is gonna go out that night, dude. This next morning. But yeah,
No, it's Thursday. Tomorrow's Friday.
yeah.
We have a big weekend. Happy Labor Day, everybody.
Happy
In fact, this
Labor
comes out
Day.
on Labor Day.
Tomorrow's gonna suck for me, dude.
What?
Tomorrow's gonna suck for me. Oh yeah,
It'd be fun.
I know. No, I'm hoping that I can get it done fast. Not fast, but like.
I mean, you're paid by the hour, right?
No, I know, but I'd rather do like land back into the mothership before I go home.
Oh, you need to. You got shit to do.
That's what I'm saying.
You have any fun plans for this rainy weekend that we're about to?
Oh yeah, that's right. It's gonna shit on us
shit
all
weather.
day.
Like, as finally.
Finally, my boy gets
I get
3 days off.
I get 3 days off where I'm shutting my phone off. I'm shutting it down.
Yeah.
I'm not dealing with anything. I'm going to line everybody out and I'm going to say, you good? You good? Okay.
See you Tuesday.
Power off. See you Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
You can, 6 o'clock, you can text me. Till then, do not call me.
Yeah.
Don't bother me. Don't tell me happy Labor Day. Fuck off.
Good for
I've been
you.
yelled at so
Jesus
much
Christ. Yeah, especially this week.
this week.
You think that drinking water would clean this shit, but yeah. It's been a rough week for you though. I will say that. And
Today was rough.
Yeah.
Yesterday was rough.
Yes.
Anyway, doesn't matter. So nothing? No fun plans?
Well, speaking of Coach Hellbach, he was telling me about going to ride on Monday. And he wants to go to the same spot I want to go, which is pretty stupid, but it's really not that far.
The Blue Oyster?
The where?
The Blue Oyster?
No. The
What that is, right?
Sinclair. No, not Sinclair
I
by
know
by
about
the I think it's by Utah Lake or something.
No, it's by, I think it's by Pineview, isn't it?
He said a lake, so I was like, oh yeah.
What's the lakes?
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Well, you know,
But I don't know, maybe I'm
how
wrong.
outdoorsy I am.
And maybe it is out that way.
I think it's south.
Okay. Yeah, I figured you guys would go to the Blue Oyster.
What is that?
Nothing.
What is the Blue
Nothing.
Oyster? But
You ever seen Police Academy?
yeah, like the very first ones. Yeah, like 1 and 2. Yeah.
You go to that gay biker bar? The Blue Oyster?
What a
They
beautiful.
dance with all those dudes in leather?
But now I guess it's gonna rain, so
Yeah. But you're not scared of the rain, right?
Might be a no-no, huh? Well, I don't know. I mean, I haven't heard
Well,
anything from
you bikers are bitch made. You're bitch made.
No,
You get a side by side.
me.
We welcome the rain.
Yeah, because you guys have 4 wheels. There's a difference.
Yeah,
You,
two
you
wheels.
need the grip.
It's gravity.
You need the grip.
I've been in a monsoon. It does suck though. It does suck.
Well, when I went to California, and coming out of Wendover, going to Cali, we got
Going down to Cali.
we got caught into this fucking rain, dude. And I was looking at him, and we were both like this. It was so windy. We were both like this, and it was like, you know, that kind of rain that it seems like it
Goes
seems
sideways?
like it seems, yeah, but it seems like it's got waves. He goes, you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like that bad. We just got done cleaning our fucking bike. Obviously, we clean him so we can go on a ride, and we get into this fucking monsoon.
I was with my dad one time. He talks about it all the time. Jesus Christ.
I know.
Talks about it all the time that the worst storm, and my dad has driven motorcycles since, I mean, his first vehicle when he was a kid at 16 was a motorcycle. His whole life. And so when, growing up as a kid, when we got to hang out, when my dad's wanted to spend time with his son, it was on the back of the motorcycle, so you didn't have to listen to me, right?
He said, what? And when you're talking, he goes,
No, he had those walkie-talkies, the fucking mouthpiece. You'd push the button and we could
Nice,
talk,
nice.
but he would never talk back. So I think he just had him turned off anyway. But anyway, he talks about the worst fucking rainstorm he's ever been in. We were just outside of Silverton, Colorado,
oh, wow.
and it was fucking so bad. I mean, I was tucked behind. I had my fucking leathers on. I had my chaps on.
Damn.
We went all out.
Easy
right?
there.
And it was like hell.
Oh, wow.
It was bad, and we were as fast as we could to get it, but it was the most painful shit. When my dad got back there, he had blisters on his fucking arms because the rain had hit him so bad. And I mean, we were far from home.
Yeah.
We were just going to go, hey, we'll just make it in a couple of hours.
over.
It was 3 days before we got home. But it was good times.
Dude, I remember
that
going,
shit.
I went to Wendover a couple of times with the fellas, and dude, even a bug hurts like a motherfucker.
Oh, yeah.
You go in there, like it really just, the bug is like it throws you, like one of those Eric Hyman swings.
I don't know if I've talked about this. So when I had my RC51, this is back in Company 1 days. We had just had Addie, and a good friend of mine, you know him, had a Hayabusa.
Okay.
That's that big ass 1300, that bad motherfucker that goes 200 miles an hour.
Jesus.
We just said, hey, let's go right out to the island. The sun's going down. It'll be pretty to just hit the causeway. I knew it had just got slurry sealed, the road on the way out there, the entire way. So when we got to the gate, you could see all the way down the whole, I think it's 7 miles long or whatever it is to get out to the island. Not a car in sight. So I was like, we're going to see how fast this motherfucker goes, right? And Tyler says, we get going, and once we get out of sight and we know there's nobody there, we just laid it out, right? 100, 110.
That freaks me the fuck out.
You ready? 120, 130.
Okay, I'm good.
140.
God damn it.
We hit 150, 160.
Jesus
I
Christ.
hit 167. And the bike was like, and all I did was sit there with the wife on the back,
Yeah.
obviously tucked down on it. And it's just, what? I could see the tire go from this to this.
Ugh.
The front tire start to get to, but it had Z-rated tires on it, really good tires on it. And the bike was made to go that fast.
Yeah.
So it wasn't like I was pushing it, right? 167, and I remember it sitting there, and all of a sudden, that Hayabusa went,
like nothing.
not fast, but
Yeah.
it just kind of, and I think he told me he'd hit 180, 183.
God, dude.
Just at that time, all of a sudden I feel this, and we went through a field of fucking those big ass gnat flies with those long wings.
Oh.
To the point where I let off. I didn't hit the brakes.
Yeah.
I let off because my visor, the windshield was so fucking covered. By the time I started to slow down, the smell of death caught up to me from all of the dead bugs all over me. And I started to dry heave. I dry heaved about 110 miles an hour because it smelled so fucking bad. Now, those big gnat flies out at the fucking, the lake smells like death anyway,
Yeah,
right?
yep.
But those motherfuckers, dude, we got out there, turned around, came back. The first gas station we got to, I took my jacket off, I took my helmet off, and I felt bad for the poor fuckers that had to deal with this. I went to a gas station and took the windshield washer and washed my bike and my helmet with the death smell of that bucket. I went from bucket to bucket to bucket to try to get that smell off. And I swear to God, to the day I sold the bike and my jacket, I still was picking those fucking long wing gnat flies out of that thing. Yeah, 167 is.
It's a lot, dude.
I've been 165 in a car, 167 on a bike. Different experience.
Yeah.
But again, I told that tire went from this to this, and I swear to God that it started to hone the inside of the front fender because the front fender sits really close to it. That it started to hone the inside because the tire shrunk so fucking hard.
Dude, and also,
What's the fastest you've ever been?
let's not talk about that. I go on the freeway a bunch of times, but also your wife doesn't talk much, but the fact that she endorse all these
She
shit,
enjoyed it.
she's just like, let's do it. And you guys had a kid already?
Yeah, we had. That was when we decided it's probably.
Oh, okay.
I didn't have the bike much farther after that because that's when I realized I'm like, oh, we can get hurt on this.
Yeah, for sure.
And I have a kid, and I was like,
Yeah.
So, but I made a shitload of money off of it. was one of those numbered bikes. It was a Nicky Hayden edition, RC51. It was a race bike. They took a race bike, the Supercross race bikes, and they put lights on it. There was only a few numbers of them made. I got a smoking deal for it because a guy had tipped it over, parked, and I bought the plastic and the graphic kit, and I made it look immaculate. I made like fucking $3,000 off that bike. Damn. I bought it for $4,000 and sold it for $7,000 after all said and done.
Fuck yeah!
But it was fun. But it was a V-twin. V-twin, but it was one of those, the torque, you could just stand right up on its fucking lid. It was so much fucking fun. Gives me the chills.
So full face mask?
I had the whole Power Ranger suit.
Nice.
I had the top leathers, the bottom leathers. I had the boots.
Nice.
We were fucking, in case it went down, we were protected. I mean, it had pads everywhere.
So the wife had the outfit too?
Everything.
Nice.
Yeah, we didn't fuck around.
The other one?
Oh, no, he was in shorts.
Was he really?
Yeah, he was in shorts. No, he had a helmet and jeans on, and a jacket, but I had full leathers on.
Yeah.
I seriously looked like a Power Ranger.
Oh, Brian will be happy.
I miss those days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, yeah, but I feel like even if you had the chance to buy a bike like that again, you wouldn't do that.
That's why I don't have one.
And you got two kids,
Because I would, though. But it doesn't stop me. It's the little voice that says, "Hey, don't do this anymore. You have something,
Yeah.
What if something happened?" But then
the other voice,
shut up, bitch.
The other voice, a biker. So he's like, "Yo, let's see what this bitch has."
Let's go, man. There was more. I know that fucker would have went faster. Not many people can say they've gone that fast.
So the bugs stopped you. Isn't that weird?
The bugs, yeah. And it was like I had just hit a fucking not that they hurt, but I felt the impact on my windshield. But it was, I couldn't see anything, and then I fucked up because I went like this, and then it smeared all their guts, and then I couldn't see.
Yeah.
And it was, the sun was just over the mountain. It was not dark, but it wasn't bright. Right. That's where I just let off it, and it took forever to slow down from 160 miles an hour. Right.
So is this road open still?
The causeway out to Antelope Island?
Yeah, but it's
Absolutely.
but it just surprises me that you say there was no cars.
It was just that time of the year in the summertime.
Oh.
This was late. This was probably late summer. The causeway opens, like you can't go in anymore, but you can always get out and you can go drive the island or whatever, go see the buffalo and stuff. But it had just got slurry sealed, which means there was just a coat of slurry seal. So it was like riding on glass. It was good grip. I knew there was nothing in the road and you could see forever and there was not one fucking car. All I could think about was the cop with no lights on parked down the way, and if he's just shooting people, like, holy fuck, right?
Does he get you though, or he's just like, fuck it?
Of course he does, because there's nowhere to go after there.
Oh.
You either go to the cop or you turn around and then
So he'll get you either way. That's crazy. I know. I've never done that shit. Fuck no.
Been over 100 in a motorcycle, though.
You have?
Have you?
No.
No? Have you ever been over 100 in anything?
I think I've been 90. That's it. Probably 85.
I did 95 on the way over here.
Why? Were you late?
No, I just like to do that shit. I'm a rebel.
For the sexual thrill. Well, you do have a nice ride too.
I'm a rebel.
And dude, when you reveled it the other day when I first saw it, and it's got that fucking raunchy noise, that's pretty sexual. And if it's doing that fast,
it's fun. It's a fun car.
It's fucking nice.
We'll have to take you for a ride then.
Yeah, I haven't been in it.
The Audi, we did 130, 132 in the Audi out to Lava Hot Springs just before we sold it.
Yo, speaking of that, did we ever talk about this? Before you got rid of your electric truck, we went to lunch.
Oh, yeah.
And you showed me the power.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, dude, like that feeling you get in a roller coaster.
The fastest thing you've ever been in, right?
I was like, dude, when you punched it, I couldn't get out of my seat. I was like, and I'm like, and I'm like, holy fucking shit, dude.
I think that's the fastest vehicle you've ever been in.
No, one of the bosses, this is before Company One, he bought himself a Arial Atom, which is a car that you put together.
Oh, yeah.
And it looks kind of like a Formula One car.
Yeah.
And when he first got it, like they brought it to his shop, which happens to be right across the street from our pit.
Oh, okay.
And he's got his shop there, and so they brought it there. And we were working down the road, and he got the call, and he's like, I gotta go get my car. And so we're like, oh, all right, whatever. He just knew that he had money, and he can do shit like that. Right?
One of those assholes.
Yeah.
Huh?
And he came back with it. And then he was like, let's go for a ride. And I was like, okay. But we were like, this is during the day, so he wasn't gonna show it off. He was just like, look at this. But I swear, first, so the seatbelts were like the 4 ways.
It's like I have my razor.
Yeah, and then also you can see the floor from where you're standing.
Oh, yeah.
Like you can touch the ground, and you're so low. But this guy,
How low?
all the way to the floor. But then one time I think I had to finish some stuff at work, and I had to stop at his house to drop some stuff. And he's like, "Hey, you want to go for a ride, Arial Atom?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." I'm like, whatever. And so he sat there, and then he gave me one of his helmets for snowmobiling, and off we went, dude. And we got on, because it was street legal, right? So we got on the freeway, and then we started going. And it never fails. There's that one redneck guy with the truck, pulls up right next to you and starts wah, wah, and then my boss is like, all right, and he just fucking. Pff, pff. But it was so powerful, the front tires would lose grip because they would be in the air. So you'd be like,
Oh yeah.
I was like, holy shit, this is fucking fast, and we just fucking, and same noise, you know, and I was like, holy, and I think he's got 2 now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Those are pretty sweet.
Yeah.
They're dangerous as shit, though.
Yeah. But it's kind of cool to put it together.
Absolutely.
You should pick the color, the rims,
absolutely.
the tires, everything. And this thing was like, obviously I'm not friends with him, but his kid keeps popping up on my Facebook like somebody I should know. And he's got pictures of it. I'll show it to you, but it's pretty cool. He put a sticker of his company there, probably just for
Advertisement.
no, it's probably for
You ever seen a Sidewinder? A player Sidewinder? I want one of those.
they probably did it for like you know how it is like when you like for tax purposes, I'm guessing, right? Something like that.
Maybe.
Yeah. So yeah, but I think last time I checked on the picture of his kid, that sounds terrible. He was posing with 2 of them, so I think he ended
Slingshot.
up
Excuse me, not Sidewinder. My bad.
he's got 2 kids, so I'm guessing he bought the second one for the other one. But.
One of these.
Oh yeah, you like those?
It's a player. It's the same fucking company that has the side by side. Has a 2.0 motor in it. They're fast as shit. Has the 1 wheel in the back.
The 1 wheel.
You can go rent
And that's
them.
the one that turns, right? The wheel in the back.
Well, yeah, the one in the back. No,
Yeah.
the front ones turn.
Oh, do they?
It's just the drive wheel in the back. But you can go to Zion, the national park, rent them, and then go run through fucking Zion. And
Oh, really? Do you want one of those? Huh?
I do. Just, I'm not an adrenaline junkie. I love that shit.
You're not?
I am.
Oh yeah.
So again, that's what gets me
They
in
expensive?
trouble. Yeah, well, you can get one for like $25,000. Not too bad for a toy.
Yeah.
But you got to think. I mean, like,
When are you gonna buy a boat, dude?
it's coming. It's coming. This season's a spill. This season's not. This season's a spill. When I have a place to park it, I bet your ass I'm buying a boat.
Really?
We drive by that boat shop every day when I go to work. I go, "Ugh, there it is. That's the one. It's the one. But you know what a boat costs.
Oh yeah, for sure. And how much you're gonna use it too.
Yeah.
But you'll manage.
I'll figure it out. I'll figure it out. But yes, I do want a boat. And it's not like I need $100,000 boat.
Yeah.
But I absolutely want a wakeboard boat, party barge. Take a bunch of friends out to the beach.
when I was working at company 2, my boss, then you met him, red hair guy.
Yeah.
He's a very, very, very good mechanic, and every now and then he will fix somebody's car, he'll fix somebody's bike, somebody's boat, And one time I just mentioned, I'm like, oh, because a friend of ours, I don't remember that truck driver I used to call the Big Show.
Yes.
So he was selling a boat that it was an older boat, but it was very well taken care of. I think came from his parents or somebody from his family. And I was like, oh, dude, like this is a legit boat. And I was like, I could buy this boat. And my boss like, don't buy it, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, what do you mean? He's like, it's not good for you.
Yeah. It doesn't.
I'm
make
like, what do you
sense,
mean?
right?
He's like, just don't.
No.
Like you don't know nothing about boats. 1, 2. It's like how often are you gonna use it?
Biggest waste.
He's
of
like,
money.
hey, not you.
Yeah.
Anybody else? This is not you though.
You barely drive that motorcycle you have,
exactly.
and you're gonna buy a boat.
Exactly. And you know what's
Is that why you
stupid?
have that
And
truck? I'm gonna get a boat one
and you
day.
know what's and you know what's stupid is that every now and then I go, oh, maybe I should just sell my bike and get a newer bike.
Is it paid for?
Yeah.
Don't. It's a good looking bike. It's a good looking bike.
is a good-looking bike.
Won't ever like be like, oh, that old turd.
Yeah.
It's a good looking bike. Fucking nice.
Yeah.
Don't.
Well, yeah, but when all my fucking friends are buying Indians.
Yeah, but they're dumb, huh?
Yeah, that's stupid.
I'm just kidding. I want an Indian.
I know they're badass looking.
They are badass, but no, I want a boat bad. It's the next thing. If I'm not in the side by side, we go to the lake. You can always take your friends. Everybody likes to go to the boat,
Yeah,
right? You can drink beer on the boat,
that's right.
right?
You get a DUI on the boat?
Fuck yeah, you can.
Well, by then your kids will be driving, right? At least the boat.
Bitch, the wife will drive it,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, the wife is like the first one to get shut down. He's like, hey, by the way, we're drinking. You're driving though.
She doesn't like to drink. I do.
She doesn't? Not as
A
much.
little bit.
Not as much. Yeah,
She doesn't
yeah.
like to. She gets a little buzz, and she's all,
Yeah.
I'm done, right?
Which is perfect.
I get the little buzz.
That-
I'm
that is
like, what's next?
This is better.
What's next?
You want to start
What's next,
drinking.
right? Until I'm slurring my words. That's how I get.
Oh, and then also the night of the fights, we ended up at your house
Oh yeah, we all did go to my house, right?
to get some whiskey dick and some cigars. Dude.
Yeah, we did. Had some top shelf whiskey. Whiskey you just can't get out of anywhere. That is and everybody's all oh when they drank it.
I thought it was.
But
good.
I was like, you realize that's like 128 proof whiskey. Like that ain't no amateur whiskey.
Dude, you do this, a little sip, and you're like, you're my best friend, right? That's how potent it is. I liked it, and I'm not a whiskey
shit.
guy. That's you and Hellbach, but
Had some good factory smokes, some
Yeah.
cigars.
Hellbach's like, I don't want to smoke. Doing
Yeah, what
his
happened?
vape.
He's all vaping. He wouldn't have a beer.
Yeah,
Like, what's wrong?
dude, it was so funny. I walked in.
He was drunk. He played it smart though.
Yeah,
Played it smart.
yeah. Yeah. Especially now that he's got a CDL and all that stuff.
Well, he has to.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Has to.
I had to take care of the business. But after I went to, so we went to the fights, right? I got my first beer for free, because someone stole my ticket.
Did they buy you a beer?
They got bought me one beer. I would say I got 1 beer and a half.
Well, that was half the price of the beer or the ticket right there. So you might have won out. Huh?
So the second time that I went, I was like, oh, I'm just gonna go buy all the snacks. So I bought me a popcorn and a pretzel.
I can see.
Fuck off. I've been good
Yeah,
this week.
you're looking good.
You're such a dickhead.
What the fuck? I didn't
You're such an asshole.
I can tell you're losing weight.
Why?
It's because I can tell. I see you every fucking day.
That's true.
I have to look at your ugly ass mug
Yo,
when I walk
for-
in your
uh,
office,
yo.
and you all put your phone down like you're busy or something. You're all, oh, okay. Then you do this. You pull your shirt forward like you're that. Every female ever does this.
What the fuck?
Like I'm gonna stare at your breasts or something. I'm like, I just have to know where the fucking bathroom
Yo, why
is.
don't we
lady.
even do this shit?
Why?
Dude? They always do this. Ooh, I bet that sounded good. They always do this, and they go, "Why? Show me what you got." I'm just kidding.
It makes me feel like a predator. I'm like, well, I wasn't looking. I wasn't doing anything. I'm like,
Justin, stop.
it's like you walk in, you're all right into her eyes, and they'll still do it.
Right, my.
Like, enough of that.
I wish I could
have you
tell
noticed that?
story, dude.
Have you noticed
People
that?
that I tell that story that I don't work
No,
with, they
no.
laugh their ass off. I told that to my trainer yesterday. He was in fucking tears in the middle of the gym. I was like, I can't say that. Only outside of the fucking podcast.
Okay. Anyway,
What would you say?
that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter now.
Do you know what I've noticed? Or you said something like that?
No, I was just saying how women will do that.
Oh.
Like, I don't get it. Is it just me?
No, I know that Brian's girlfriend. I used to make fun of Brian's girlfriend because she would come out to smoke and then she'd be like, "It's like, why this? Like it's I mean, it's not like you're naked underneath it. You got pajamas on, but it's the coat, dude. It's the Jamas coat.
It's been getting cold in the morning.
You show up today with a hoodie.
I did. But it's cold in my office.
I told the story that I heard you telling the story that you got out of your house. You're like, oh, it's cold. You went back in.
I did. Went back in.
Although you are showing up an hour earlier before I show up. But yeah,
it's it's nice showing up.
Yeah.
There's nobody there.
there.
There's nobody to bother you. The phone's quiet. You get the occasional, hey, oh, I'm not coming in, or whatever it is. But it's nice to get an hour's worth of work done and, like, nobody bothering you.
Yeah.
Like, it is really nice. And I don't feel rushed. But, yeah, yesterday was a bad day. Yesterday was busy. I fucked up.
Yeah.
I finally fucked up.
Yeah.
3 years. 3 years and 1 month, I fucked up.
I heard about it today.
Yeah.
And then you were telling everybody, and I was like, all right, dude, relax. What are you going to do? You gonna put a bullet on your head? Like, relax, dude. But I hear you.
It's tough.
I hear you.
Like, it's a sense of pride, right?
It's like, I mean, it doesn't compare, right? But it's like me after so long of not missing an episode. Then I went to Mexico. It's like, I mean, no, I don't feel bad that I wasn't here, but I was like, oh, but I missed my little, you know what I mean? Like I missed one episode. It was like, but it's not that big of a deal. But and I can already tell you, like, because I can hear you, right? So you're just like, fuck. And like you're talking to yourself, and I can hear you because we're right next to.
I talk to myself quite a bit, don't I?
Yeah, you do. And so every time you. This is how I know what kind of phone call you got. If you hang up and you laugh or you say something funny, I was like, oh, that's a good phone call. If you hang up and you go the total opposite, I was like, oh, I better leave him alone. And so you were saying that, and then you were like, you told me what happened, and then I'm like, oh shit, dude, and you're like, and all I hear is, God damn it. And then you talk to somebody on the phone, and there's like, dude, 3 years. I go, Jesus Christ, dude. I'm like, he's having a bad day.
Do you hear me go outside?
Yeah.
I went outside. I had to go outside for a second. I cooled off. I walked around the parking lot.
Oh.
You'll never meet anybody that is more passionate about their craft.
Yeah.
I'll take that back. I'm one of those individuals that is so passionate about their craft that I don't mind saying, hey.
Yeah.
I think shit's going awry. I don't want to fuck up, right? I'm not afraid to ask for help, but
Yeah.
it takes a bit of my soul when I do it, right?
Yeah.
It's just take a lot of pride in that. And that one hurt this morning. That one hurt this morning. Because I even went into the drawer and I pulled out my sheet and I looked at it. I says, you wrote it down too, you stupid motherfucker. And you even colored it in the fucking highlighter. Like you wrote it down and you still didn't fucking do it. That's the ultimate fuck up right there.
Yeah, I guess when you have it written
It's like
down.
3 years of sobriety, right? And then you have the one
you
fuck
have the
up,
one
right?
shot.
And now you got to start all over again.
What the fuck was that noise?
The train?
No, I heard like a little
Is it your phone?
tingling. No,
Your phone's right there, huh?
No, but I heard like a little ding 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 ding. Anyway.
By the way, the studio's haunted.
Oh yeah, let's talk about that shit.
That's what it was. The Diet Coke. Watch it when the Ready? Ready? When it comes back, on 1, 2, 3, right there.
But
Fans moving.
there's
it.
no noise.
Well, you don't know.
Listen, I'm not gonna,
Well, I
put
mean,
it past
at
it.
this point,
At this point, I'm like,
this
hey,
point
listen,
doesn't matter, right?
we'll leave you alone. You turn this on whenever we leave.
So last week we got here, the sign was on. The lights are on, and every day every time we come in here to record, we turn the lights on. This fine sign I built, it's way outdated, but the light was on, and you have to turn it on. You can only turn it on with the remote. And he goes, "Oh, I love the sign was on." I says, I'm pretty sure I turned it off, but I guess not, because it's not the first time, right?
Yeah.
So when we left, I turned it off. We looked at each other. I'm like, so if the sign's on when we get back, we know something's up, right?
Yeah.
We shut the lights off. Fucking pitch dark, right?
It's dark.
Lock it. I get in here. That fucking thing is on. And I know it turned on
Jesus.
because it always goes to this white color when you first turn it on.
Yeah.
And we had it was like blue last week. So I know I turned it off and it turned itself back on somehow or another. I'll take the batteries out of that motherfucker.
No, let's do it again.
No, I don't. It always has so much life in an LED, right?
Yeah.
We're going on 4 years.
Damn, dude. March.
Yeah. I mean, unless we get a sponsorship deal, the end is near, my friend. Like, it's inanimate. Inanimate? Eminent?
Eminem.
Eminent? No, not eminent. Yo, isn't he dating? The word on the street is he's dating Nicki Minaj.
The war on the street.
Fucking producer.
The war on the street. Where are you getting this information from? Will Wonder? He knows all about hip hop.
Eminem.
I'm fucking wide
See?
as fuck
Right
today, dude.
Eminem, Nicki Minaj. Right there.
Hasn't that been like
Nicki Minaj.
an all-time rumor?
Nicki Minaj, is not dating Eminem. Well, she said on Friday she appeared to confirm. So Eminem addresses rumors he's dating Nicki Minaj. I mean, this was just the other day.
You see how hot his daughter is?
Jesus Christ, Angel.
What? I wonder, she's young, she's hot. I mean, she's
just
old age.
I guess I was getting at. I read a fucking comment and somebody said, "Could you imagine how fast those two would fight?" Arguing. But yeah, his daughter is, how old is she now?
I don't know.
20-something, right?
She just got married or something.
Really?
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Dude, Eminem is 50.
No way, really?
Eminem is 50 years old. By the way, a couple weeks ago, shout out to our boy Fred Durst, 53.
Yeah. But we're there too, though, right? So it's not a surprise. You think about that, you go, he's 50. We're 42, asshole.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
It's
I guess
like-
I never.
Oh, what? He's 8 years older than you? And you're surprised, right? Y'all could have pinned him for 33,
I
right?
guess you're right. Yeah. I guess you're right. 50. My the singer of Metallica, I've said it here before, James Hetfield. He's my mom's age. He just turned 60.
No way.
Born
He's
the
older than that,
no,
isn't
born,
he?
Born the same year, 63.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Is he the oldest one?
It's either him or Kurt.
Yes, 60 years old. I think Lars is the oldest one. So James is 60. By the way, greatest metal band ever.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
For sure.
Right?
And you know what though?
How old do you think Lars is? Oh, I was wrong. Only 59.
Yeah.
Kirk? It knows exactly what I'm going to ask it.
Yeah.
He's 60.
Robert, 23.
How old do you think?
He's probably in his 40s, right? Late 40s, mid 40s.
I love that the phone knows what I'm going to ask. 58. They're all right there, but
All right there.
60 years old.
Dude, I heard this comment that they ask Lars, "Hey, when are you gonna retire?" You know the classic fucking question.
Oh yeah.
And he, I will say, dude, he's the only one I've seen nail it on the nose. He was like, by the time we can play songs like Battery, I think that's time to call it.
I mean, 60. 60's still pretty young. Like, I see my parents, I'm all, well, you're not old, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're still
But they
spry.
they haven't lived their life. I mean, they don't, like,
Well, let's be real.
like your mom and
Let's
your
be
dad
real.
don't have the miles that James has.
No, I get that. But when you see, like, Metallica, like, those guys are exercising every day, right?
Oh, you know, that's true.
Because they stay in shape to, like, do what they do. And, like, you always see them warming up before they get on stage. And, you know, right now they're disciplined. Of course they have miles on them now, but
True.
my mom and dad aren't out running in the morning, right?
That's right.
Let's be real, right?
I mean, her husband surfs.
I went to, speaking of mom, shout out, she came to the fights.
That's right,
She saw
that's right.
one fight.
Again, your
They
brother
were
came up
very
again.
late.
That
They
was
were
nice
very,
seeing him.
they were very late.
Yeah.
But we went paddleboarding
Oh, you were telling me this.
on Sunday. So the next morning, I woke up. I'm like, I'm not doing shit. And they're like, yeah, you're going paddleboarding. I'm like, in the sun? Like an actual activity? And I got out there and I felt like shit. And I'm the only guy of the group. It was my mom, the wife, my youngest daughter. The other one was sick. She's a teenager. She's always fucking sick now, right? I'm sick. I'm not going anywhere. Well, whatever then.
So how old is she again?
12 going on fucking 18, 19.
Is she not stay at home alone yet?
Oh, yeah, she is.
Oh, is
she
she?
can stay at home alone.
With the other one? No.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, cool.
It's legal at
Isn't that
12
nice?
for like
Isn't that
a
nice?
couple of hours, right?
Isn't that nice?
It is nice. If we keep telling her, I'm like, you wait till you're 16. I'm
That's
going to put you through the gambit. I will buy you a car, but you're driving my drunk ass everywhere. Right? And
I'm taking my shirt off like Hellboy.
Yeah, absolutely. That will be the day your mom retires from her duties of driving my drunk ass around, and you will become the fucking DD. But so we got up there, and I felt like shit. Of course, the only guy of the group, I had to walk everybody's paddleboard down the fucking beach. Right, walk all back and forth, hungover as fuck. I got in the water, and the water was really cold, and it felt good, and it kind of brought me back, and it was fun though.
Yeah.
It's nice to get out and about. It's quiet. I like doing it.
That's nice.
Get one with
you have
nature.
some?
We have like 4 or 5 of them.
That's cool. I was invited to go kayaking. I was like,
Same thing.
is it?
With who? You tell me after.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey, I forgot to mention before the fights, I went to a celebration of life.
Oh, that's right.
For my friend.
Right.
For my
You
friend.
got some good pictures.
I got some good pictures. You know what though? I took those pictures. The picture of the girl is when I met him, they were dating.
Oh, okay.
And I apologize. Not that she's gonna listen, but I apologize. But it's a horrible picture of her because I'm like, look, I for some reason I always point the phone down, so everybody's got like, gotta do this, and the double chin comes out, right? I mean, I'll be the first one, but that's why I grew a beard, right? And then the last guy, I'm like, hey, dude, I haven't seen you in so long. And I'm like, let's take a picture. And he's like, dude, I've been crying. I'm like, it's okay, dude. And then I took the photo. And then when I saw the photo, I'm like, oh, he looks terrible. But I'm like,
So the gal,
the nicest.
the gal you took the picture of,
They used to
it was a
date.
horrible picture, you say?
yeah. She doesn't look like that.
Oh,
That's what I'm trying to
I
say.
was like, oh,
No,
just a horse face.
No,
huh?
no. That's what I'm saying. She doesn't look like that. But I think it's because I pointed the thing down and she was crying. She was like trying to smile. I was like, I took a horrible picture of her. That's not what she looks like. But
Was it fun?
it was fun to. It
was emotional, though?
It was fun. It was emotional. It was fun to reminisce.
Yeah,
because there was a
absolutely.
bunch of guys, like a bunch of guys that when we played, his friends who were there, They came up and saw us. They recognized me. They're like, "Oh shit! Like you're the one that does the things." I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing my nuts. Yeah."
Oh shit! Lee Diamond Phillips is
Yeah,
here.
oh yeah, dude. How was the? I was gonna say you're McLovin. Remember that movie with
McLovin? Yeah.
McLovin. No, but so it was fun to catch up with everybody. Everybody's like doing music like here and there. Then they look at me, dude, are you playing, bro? I'm like, no. Not that they talk like that, right? Can you imagine? Like in our 40s, you playing, bro? Like,
Yeah, but
no.
some guys do. Though.
Yeah, some guys do,
right?
but not these guys.
Yeah,
But they were like,
okay.
dude. I was like, hey, are you playing? I'm like, no, not really. Like my drums is all set up and everything, but I haven't fucking touched them in years. And nice.
Shout out to you. It's 14-3. Second quarter.
Yeah. By the time you get this,
Continue.
So when we got there was some food, right? But I knew that I was gonna eat with you guys. I was like, I'll just pick on some chips or whatever.
Oh, so this was before the fights. Oh, okay. Oh yeah.
Like
yeah,
I
yeah.
went home, I think I changed, and then I got out. So as I'm there, you know, finally got to meet his sister, and his sister, that's the one that I've been talking on text with. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh, so good to finally meet you." And I'm like, "Oh, thank you so much for having me," or whatever. There was pictures of him all over the place. I forgot to take a picture of him, but that's why I put that flyer one. But then there was a time where everybody came up to the microphone and talked. But the sister did it first. She had like a eulogy.
Yep.
Of JP, right? So she spent this time telling us about it. Right next to me, there's a guy that we used to play with. All of us used to play with. He's the guy that used to work in this gay bar over here.
Okay. Yeah.
And he brought the amp and a microphone. Like he was like, "Oh, I'll be in charge of that. Don't worry about it." He offered his equipment, so he plugged it all together. The sister goes in there, talks, and then she goes, "Now the microphone is open for whoever wants to come in and say something," right? So my friend here, he had been drinking.
Oh yeah.
And I know this.
I've been there before.
And I know this because when he talked to me, because when the sister was talking, he was like, "Hey, Angel," and I felt the beer breath.
You almost got a shot of fucking whiskey. I was just smelling his breath.
Oh my god! And so she says, "Okay, now."
Hey man, sometimes people drink to deal with.
No, this wasn't it though. You know what I mean? Like,
you think he does this
I've known
every
him for
day?
years.
Oh, okay.
I've known him for years.
He brushes his teeth with vodka.
This is like before the gigs and everything. Yeah,
oh, okay. Yeah.
And I love him. I love him to death. Shout out to him. But anyway, so
he's all fuck you.
I will say this to his face, and he knows it. But so then she says, "Hey, does anybody want to come out and say something?" And obviously nobody's moving, and I see him stand up, and I just went, "Oh fuck." So then he goes out in the front, and as she was talking, there was some noise coming out of the speaker. It was like some static, right? And I was like, "Is that your speaker?" And he goes, "No, I don't think so." I'm like, "Listen to that fucking noise!" Like, I'm musicians, right? We're like, "Come on." And so he goes there and he goes, "There must be something wrong with the ground. That's why it's making that noise. So it's not my equipment. It's something wrong with." And you hear a couple chuckles, right? And so then he starts talking.
It's an electric joke. Ground.
Yeah,
I got you.
And so he starts talking, and bless his heart, because he got emotional, right? But he was like, "Yeah, I met JP when this and that, and I never actually saw him in his worst place, which it was nice, but then And JP was a huge fan of Star Wars, right? In the middle,
the Next Generation or the original?
The original. The original.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So he had like a picture there that they drew by hand, and he was him with the robe, kind of like a Jedi. I mean, he had like collection figures and shit.
I'm so sorry. You said Star Wars. My mind went to Star Trek.
Oh,
that's why I said the Next Generation. I was like, but okay, I got you. I made an asshole comment. Continue.
So, anyway, so my friend goes up and he goes, But anyway, I had a bigger collection than he did, and everybody was like,
A beer collection?
a bigger collection, like his collectibles.
Oh, okay.
A bigger collection than he did. You know, I was more of a Star Wars than he was. We're like,
Oh, no.
all right. And then this motherfucking goes. He goes, well, he's got his glasses on, right? So he's like, but I'm gonna miss him. And then he looks away and he goes, he was too fat to be a stormtrooper. And I looked at his sister, and his sister just went,
Oh, no.
and she just went,
no.
what the fuck is this about? But he was trying his hardest.
trying to get a laugh.
He was trying to get a laugh
out of everybody.
He was like, he was too fat to be a
Hey, rule number one. We don't make fun of them after they're gone. You're allowed to make fun of somebody when they're getting married, right? Because I did a speech.
Yeah.
My man Jason's wedding.
That's right.
And I ripped his ass into shreds, right? You're allowed to do that.
Yeah.
Everybody enjoyed it.
I
We're having
missed
a good
it, though.
time.
Fuck that.
Celebration.
Yeah.
We're laughing, huh? You don't do that when they can't defend themselves, right?
You don't do that when they're seeing you from a fucking container this big, motherfucker.
Oh, he was there, huh? He was there.
So then he says this. And so my friend, as if you've seen the picture, he was Korean, right? He was Korean descent. One of his best friends comes up, and I told you this in the office.
Man.
One of his friends comes up, and he goes, I remember, you know, back in the day, we used to do all these jokes, and he goes, and I don't know if it's appropriate right now, but what the hell is this? And every time, like, he was like a fun guy, and he would always respect his mother. Like, there was no joking around with his mother. He would praise his
Korean?
mother. Yeah.
Okay.
And then he's like, but I remember, like, all the friends, we used to get together with them, and like when his mom wasn't looking, we just go, hey JP, and this is what he does in the middle of everybody.
Was his mother there?
Yeah.
Oh, his mom was there?
Front row. And then he goes, hey, JP. And every time he would look at him, all the friends would go, oh, yeah, what's up? And I'm like, dude, what the fuck is going on? I'm like, dude.
Holy shit.
I'm like, are you fucking seriously saying this
shit, dude? A poor fucking family.
Haven't they had enough?
But let me be honest with you. If you were in, I'm not going to say his shoes, but you were there.
If he was my best friend.
Right? But if you were in that spot, would you want everybody, he's a great guy, I'm going to miss you a lot?
Yeah.
Or would you rather your friends make assholes of themselves and joke around?
For sure. I think this sister, because she like I told her that I played in like 3 bands with him. Like he just kept bringing me to a different band, and so she was like, you know, he was very
good looking fellow. That guy.
He was very picky when it comes to the people he'll play with. So the fact that he brought you into 3 bands, and like it says a lot about you, and says like maybe he really liked what you did. So I think because of that conversation that we had at one point, she was waiting for me to go up, but I didn't.
You didn't?
No.
Oh man.
I was like, but.
Do you regret it?
A little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. I
What
wish,
would you have said?
I wish it's funny you say that. So I had 2 stories that I thought about. First of all, one of them was we were playing, and I'm going to say obviously without saying names, but we were playing with a band that has been playing forever. And I remember that JP once told me, he says, why are they headlining? He's like, I don't understand it. And I said, well, who do you want to?
This band's still around?
Yeah, oh yeah.
You're going to tell me afterwards?
Yeah, for sure. It's a local band, so you won't know. But I said, I'm like, well, who do you want to headline? And he was like, well, us, obviously. And I was like, oh, but didn't they put the show together? He's like, no, they didn't. And I don't know why they're headlining. I'm like, why are you hating so much? He was like, well, because they suck. I was like, oh, shit. And those are the kind of guys that then they come to you and say, hey, what's up, dude? Hey, you ready for the gig? You know, that kind of shit. So he told me that one time. But obviously, when you're saying these stories in front of musicians, everybody knows, oh, that's like a thing.
Everybody does.
Yeah, that's like the kind of conversation that you have. And then another one was when I met him, he was doing like he was doing like the eye makeup, you know, and like he had like the highlights, and then the guy that I was telling you that went and said that he was too fat to be a stormtrooper. Until this day, when he plays, he's like the eyeshadow. I mean, the nails, the whole thing, right? And I wasn't like that. I think the first gig that I played with him, I painted my nails, and then I went, "Oh, this is not me," and I never did it again. I'm like, this doesn't do anything for me. And
Didn't turn you on a little bit?
but I was playing like we were playing. It was rock punk.
Oh, yeah.
So it was like, oh, it kind of goes with it. But I remember seeing it. I was like, this is not me. But they kept doing it, right? So I was like, whatever. And I told them one time I asked him, and I said, why you guys go through all this shit instead of just like enjoying the gig? And JP looked at me and he says, look at you and look at me. And he goes, look at the other guys in the band. And then he looks at me and he goes, sex sells. Like shitting on the other two, and just like this is like, the reason why this is gonna be successful is because of you and me, motherfucker. Because these guys are not taking. I'm like, we have a fucking welder for a singer, dude.
Why do you tell those stories?
I know. I thought about it. I just I knew I fucked up, but a couple of friends just they went up and they had like their stories and shit. So it was fun. But my friend, shout out to him. And then he said, oh, these guys are coming up there and they're swearing and everything. And I didn't swear. I'm like, no, you did. Like one of the first things you say is like, and all that shit. And I was like, oh. But like everybody else kept on saying like even worse. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. But he with the fucking too fat to be a stormtrooper comment, I was like, oh, dude, I need to fucking get out of here.
Wow.
And then I just got my tattoo done.
This one?
This one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I mean, it was 5 days ago, so yeah.
Yeah. So it's been 2 weeks. This is 2 weeks, right? Anyway, so then I went, and she came up to me at the end, and she's like, oh, thank you so much because I was gonna leave because we were gonna do the fights. And she was like, thank you so much for coming. And I said, oh, thanks so much for having me. And and she was like, because she read that eulogy, she's like, I didn't go too long, did I? I was like, no, it was perfect. It was perfect. And I said, but I said, I mean, if you want to talk about going long, I'm like, and I'm going to say another name, right? But I was like, this fucking Frederick, right? Frederick guy, right? And she was like, oh my God, I know. And when she said, oh my God, I know, she grabbed me here.
Oh.
And she squeezed so bad. She's like, oh my God, right? And I just went, like, okay. But overall, it was nice. It was nice to see some people that I knew a long time ago.
Where did they do it at?
It was at a park in Sandy. It just grabbed one of those canopies or whatever, and it just put a speaker there. There was a bunch of food, dude. A shit ton of food. And that was it. Like, I was there for like maybe 2.5, 3 hours. Most of it was just me catching up with some people, and that was it. I was talking to those first two guys that I took a picture of. Or with, I was like, they were asking me, hey, what's going on? And I said, well, I'm like, are you? I asked.
I have a podcast.
I asked one of them, are you? They know because of my posts, and I asked him, are you still married? Because I know that he's been with his wife for like a while, and he goes, yeah, I'm still married. I'm like, oh, cool. And I'm like, are you? And I asked the other guy, and he goes, no, I split. I got divorced. I'm like, oh, so did I. I was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah. And then we look at the other guy, what a loser this guy is. But then he's like, yeah, but I don't have kids. He's in his late 40s. He's like, I've been together with my wife for so long. We don't have kids. We do whatever the fuck we want. I'm like, hell yeah, dude, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it, Justin. Sorry, you fucked up. That's all the time we have.
Actually, yeah, that is all.
Dude, that's actually really all the time we have. We gotta get out of here.
That's makes you wonder. Like, when it all falls, right? Because obviously it's not really up to you.
Yeah.
When you decide to... I take that back. I guess it could be, but right? But in the grand scheme of things, like, it's not up to you, and we never plan that, but it always makes you wonder how it all goes down when everybody says, hey, that guy wasn't bad, right? Mm-hmm. So...
What do you want done?
A party.
How many days?
I want my ass burned.
Oh, do you?
Absolutely. I don't want to be buried. Oh, wait. Don't waste that shit. I want...
Can we make a party while you get burned?
I don't give a shit. That'd be cool, huh? A fucking bonfire. Just throw me in there.
We don't give no water, let the motherfucking burn.
Everybody's all, fried chicken, huh? All frail and shit.
We're like,
feeble.
You can smell the whiskey.
All feeble, right? Bo's really cooking right now, isn't he? But no, just a celebration of life.
Because
right?
you know I got to put it together, right?
No, of course.
So
I mean, I'm pretty sure the old
hey,
ticker, the bum ticker is gonna
that
kick.
motherfucker, look at that. Hey, I want to put yours together, right? We know this.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on. Are we making a bet?
Next thing you know, you're like, Hellbug is like, whoa, we're gathered here.
He's all, well, get out of the
celebrate
fence.
these two motherfuckers.
Get out of the fence.
Takes your shirt off.
So, he ain't got nothing. He ain't got nothing.
Those dumbasses didn't get out the clinch. Angel Cervera on Instagram, Angel Cervera on Facebook. That's my last name, Cervera.
Lord_long balls. That's with a Z on the gram. Give us a follow, give us a share, give us a love, give us some like.
Hey, shout out to the YouTube people, dude. They're been bumping up our numbers.
Yeah, YouTube's killing it. Like one day we
Maybe one
might
day.
get one of them plaques. Like
Maybe one day we
a
won't.
million subscribers. One of those.
One of them.
We get one of those.
Yeah, by the time we're in our 60s, but yeah.
Well, I mean,
Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Until next time, take care of yourselves out there, and we will see you. Happy Labor Day.
I was gonna say, you know, the other side. I would say, Happy Labor Day.
God damn.
You kind of fucked it up for me. So anyway, peace.